And you know I lost my place. Okay. So Ben-Hadad agreed with King Asa and sent the commanders of his forces against the towns of Israel. They conquered Ijon, Dan, Abel, Maim, and all the store cities of Naphtali. When Baasha heard this, he stopped building Ramah and abandoned his work. Then King Asa brought all the men of Judah, and they carried away from Ramah the stones and timber Baasha had been using. With them, he built up Gibeah and Mizpah. So all the resources and tools and things that Baasha had been using, now they're able to take over that and help Judah. At that time, Hanani, the seer, came to Asa, king of Judah, and said to him, "Because you relied on the king of Aram and not on the Lord your God, the army of the king of Aram has escaped from your hand." Just a quick pause. So they usually during this time they utilize the term prophet or seer, and so differences. I don't believe there's huge difference um, because prophecy and seer, they're similar, if not the same. I think it's just of the times. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I know that during these times they some areas would use seer, some areas would use prophet. They would flip-flop on some of the names and some of the terms. So, but anyways, let's continue to read. Were not the Cushites and Libyans a mighty army with great numbers of chariots and horsemen? Yet when you relied on the Lord, he delivered them into your hand. For the eyes of the Lord, turn the page with the wind blowing, range throughout the earth to strengthen those whose hearts are fully committed to him. You have done a foolish thing, and from now on you will be at war. So, as we can see, Asa, even though he had been really close in his walk with the Lord, things happen. You know, this also shows us that we are human. It also shows us, it gives us example. This is a whole book of love. It's a whole book of teachings and examples for us to understand that we're not alone. You know, this is nothing new. No, there's nothing new under the sun. This has happened before, you know, past to present. Things like this have happened before. Quick action needs to be taken sometimes. And even in those instances, we are to go to the Lord. We are to lean in and ask the Lord for guidance. So in this case, his discipline was that he, unfortunately, will be, because of this, has created a domino effect where he will be at war continually, if that makes sense. So that's another thing. That's another thing for us to understand, that when we make the wrong decision, that it can have a domino effect and make things worse, right? When we get information from bad counsel, which was like in the previous Bible study, when we don't really go to the Lord, we don't pray about something, we don't have patience as well, because sometimes we may ask for something or ask for guidance and it may not come immediately. So we have to learn that patience as well, and that way that'll help us to understand and see the true fulfillment of what is to take place. So think about that in your life, think about it in our lives. What kind of thoughts or feelings come to your mind when we read over this? How does it make you feel, and what does it make you think?